here's day 39. I don't know if I should even keep counting. A lot of these days have been like today, where I start at like 2 or 3 and only work a few hours. But it's still cold and no one else is working, so I only came in to make a video. I'm just gonna get most of this roof sheeted. Hopefully I can do the whole thing, but I only got a couple hours of light left, so we'll see. So the first thing I have to do is make sure the 2 gables are plumb, and then I can put these last 2 blocks in. And even though I'm gonna plumb them with the level, I still want to double check. I want to hook on the peak over there and measure across to the peak over there and make sure that I'm, well, the house is 20 feet and it's a 1 foot overhang over here and a 1'6" overhang over there. So my total measurement should be 22'6". So after I get it plumb, I want to just double check the measurement that's good. Because if I'm out a little bit that way and then out a little bit that way, it could make the measurement different, and I want that to be 22'6". So this gable needs to come in a little bit. So I nailed this 2x4 on here to that block, and then I nailed it over to there, and then I got this 2x4 in here like this. So when I pull on it like this, it's gonna bring the middle of this 2x4 up, and it's gonna pull that side in. So I'll pull this to where it holds it good, and then I'll nail it through here. Now this gable needs to come in, so I got it nailed up there. I got it nailed down to the wall in there. So I'll put this kicker on down there and crank it this way, and that'll pull the top in. If it gets hard and I can't do it, I just take my bar, probably, that's pulling the gable in, so that'll pull it in till it's level, and then I'll nail it at the top. Well, this is how my day is going. I finally get that good, and I shot it, and then the 2x4 snapped and it popped back out. Now I gotta put another one on there. So I gotta go down and get another 2x4. That was the last nail I had to put in before I could start sheeting, and of course it had to snap, so now I got this one in. Round 2, I'll try that again. I'll get this thing out of here. And put another kicker on and pull it in. Well, I waited so long, the gun's frozen now. So I'll have to let that warm up. Actually, screw it. I can hand nail that and start sheeting. Okay, I can finally start this. I'm gonna start from the top down. That way I can start my sheets all the way across the top and come down from the top all the way down all 4 sides. But I want to snap a line. I normally would go 48.5 to the bottom of the sheet here, but that would hit like right here, so I can't snap that all the way across. So I'm gonna check what that little one is. It's probably like 20 inches. So I'll see if it's 20 inches. I'll measure down over there 20 inches, over here 20 inches, and snap a 20-inch line all the way across. And then I'll measure down off of that line another 28.5 to get my 48.5, and then snap that line here and another one on the other side. So I'll snap this line on here. This is at 24 inches, and I put these blocks in so that every 48 the sheet will land half on here. So I'll snap that one and then measure down another 2 feet. So there's my 2 foot line across, and there's my 48 line across, my 4 foot line. So that's going to be the bottom of the sheet. So it'll go across there until it hits the valley, and then it'll have to go up and then come back down the other side. Well, now I can finally start putting some sheets down. I'll have to get them from here. I can't use the green ones. They're for the other side. So I'll grab the blue ones. I'll start with a full sheet on here and then trim it off. But first I gotta go grab another GoPro battery because this one's about to die. this next piece is a little tricky. It's gonna go across. I'm gonna do it as one sheet, but I'm gonna have to measure down where it hits that peak, where it comes across from there, what this measurement at the bottom is, so I can get that angle, and then it's gonna come back down, land on that truss. Actually, there's a change here. It probably isn't gonna work out with a full sheet, because I laid those ones out off that side, and then I laid these ones out off of that side, so this middle part could be different. I'll have to see. Okay, so I got my numbers. It was 48 1/4 from this side until it hits the peak. It's 27 3/4 down from that peak until it hits this peak, and it's 30 3/4 for the bottom until it hits that valley line. Should be able to cut the rest with just those numbers. So I just have to cut that triangle out, and then that should fit over top of the peak over there. Cut that pretty good. Sits over top of it like that. And it was too short over here because the layout didn't go right across, so I could either nail a 2x4 onto the side of that or cut the sheet so it lands half on the truss. I'll probably cut the sheet. Then I can cut the one off over there. And then the first 3 feet coming in this side has to be a green sheet, so I'll probably just put a full green one on here. I'll keep coming down this side, so I'll put my H clips in the top here in every space, and then I'll start with a 4-foot sheet to there, and then a full sheet in here that I'll have to measure for this angle. For this next piece, I can measure what the top is, just measure that to there. And then for the bottom, I'm gonna measure down 48 from here to see where it hits on the valley line, and then that'll give me the measurement for across here for the bottom. I just need the measurement for the top and then the measurement for the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna have to start doing that side because these green sheets are really in my way and I can't get to my blue sheets without hanging them half off the side. I'm gonna put that first one on. Now for the next sheet, that part of it's less than 8 feet, so I can just take the measurement, what it is there, and take off 40 inches for the bottom. Because that sheet ended up being 78 3/4 on top, and then 38 3/4 on the bottom. So it's 40 inches less. So I'll take the top measurement, take off 40 inches, and that'll give me the bottom measurement, so I can put that in. There's the first 3 rows coming down from the top. I just got one more piece to put in here. I'll check what that is. It's probably less than 48. That's probably 6, and then whatever this was. Actually, I know what it is. It was 40.5. That's what the bottom measurement was. So I'll cut that one and put it in. I'll have to stand on that stick that I got there buried under the snow. Well, I thought I heard something drop off the roof and hit the floor. It was my tape measure. Now I gotta go down and get that. Well, I just trimmed off the edges. That's all I feel like doing. This was a pretty pathetic day, but at least I got more done than any of the other crews. But it's time for a beer.